And what is the purpose of this? So the purpose of this movie is to reach out to the maximum people, and when the movie gets released, which is right now tentative date is 27th of October, we need to get all people getting into the halls to go and watch it. So what kind of a campaign can we do where we can reach out to the masses and have the best effect of them filling the halls on the day of the release? So first week of release matters too much to us. So we need numbers, we need figures, we need how we can attain them, we need how we need to hit them, whether it is through internet or whether it's through all other means the media can adopt, or we have to go to those media people and we have to make a package for this movie to become a success. That is the idea. That's the purpose. So purpose first is the movie, and through the movie getting them to do Sahaj Yoga. Sahaj Yoga, of course, as in itself is in itself complete thing, but you have हमने मूवी के अंदर क्या है, इसको पिरोया है, हमने परोसा है एक कहानी में. So now I don't want to say more than that. I think Malika has heard me.
Shubham,
And
did you make the yesterday's short summary of whatever was discussed and answers and queries that were answered? Could you get yourself to do that?
I'll share it by end of day today.
Okay.
Okay, so now that we have Malika ji with us, I think she's having some problem with her audio. Malika ji, can I hear you? Hello?
She's adjusting her headphones.
Okay, I hope she's able to hear me, whatever I have spoken so far.
At least right to us, you are loud and clear.
Because you are the main purpose of our being together today. You are the connecting force to us, getting us to our destination. So Malika ji, welcome.
Hello.
Hello, yes. Malika ji, have you been hearing us?
Everybody. I'm so sorry. No. I was actually trying to connect my earphones because we don't really work on Zoom here. Sure.
So, Malika ji, I am Aparna Ganguly. I live in Kolkata, and there is another one who has joined us, is Shubham Gautam. And Shubham,
I'm Aparna ji.
Yeah.
Madam ko phone kar lo.
So, Sanjay ji is just joining us. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, there are issues in my house that I have to attend. There are emergency issues. I have to get up sometimes. Anyway, now I'm in this meeting. There will be no further disturbance. So let's, Malika ji, I just was asking, when we started this meeting, I spoke a few words. Were you able to listen to me?
Hello?
Hanji, I can hear
Hello?
you. Can you hear us?
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, I can.
So did you hear the beginning of the meeting that when we started, we were speaking something?
No, I could not hear that. Like I said, we don't really work on Zoom. I was trying to just connect my earphones at that time.
Oh, so you heard nothing, whatever we started with. So should I give you a heads
No,
on?
not really.
Okay, so now that you can hear us and we are all together, so let me introduce you, Aparna Gangopadhyay ji Ganguly from Calcutta. She is one of our main Karta Dharta of this NGO.
Sure, yeah, hi.
Like, I'm not the only man. She is the one, the force behind it, creative force, and the writer of both the films, Grihalakshmi as well as Mahalakshmi Path.
Okay, all right, great.
We have the brain behind the NGO with us today. And I've shared with her everything that you have mentioned in your proposal to us. Everybody has gone through it in full detail, including Shubham. Shubham has been in film distribution work for the last 3 years. He knows exactly how a film needs to be brought up to the audience and brought forth to be seen. And he manages showing the film very easily through the satellite channels, through the cinema halls.
Okay.
So very well experienced and very well grounded, know their job, know exactly what they need to do. So they are all versed with your quotations and whatever discussions I've had with you so far. Now,
Sure,
I
sure.
introduced in the beginning, I will repeat it, be just 1 or 2 minutes so that you'll get updated with what we were talking. I was saying that
Sure.
our main objective of hiring your services or that of anybody who will help us to propel our
Mhm.
film. The film is our subject. Okay. Through the film, we want to
Right.
take Sahaj Yoga to our audience. Sahaj Yoga is a age-old concept which was alive thousands of years ago, but revealed to the masses by the after the incarnation of Her Holiness Shri Mataji Nirmala
Right.
Devi. Her incarnation brought this easily into man's life so that he could transform himself and lead a better life. So in this very life, he can become a superhuman being by having those powers within himself with the raising of the Kundalini. And what we have done in our movies is we have propelled her thought. This was her wish. She asked me to do it. So now Greh Lakshmi was made, and now we have made Mahalakshmi Path, which is a sequel, a follow-up of Greh Lakshmi. And we have a thumbs up from censor board that if the people were to watch this movie, they will ask for Sahaj Yoga. And this can transform our society, our world at large, to become empowered with the concept of self-awakening and using our powers and vibrations to sort out our lives and lives of many people around us. It is a huge social cause. And if it comes to the fore through the media, which I have written to you very clearly, that this will be a major boost, not only to the media house you represent, because once this becomes popular, you will find exponential results happening in your personal life as well as in your professional life. That is a guarantee. I have seen it happen in front of me in my 45 years of practicing Sahaj Yoga. So this is just a statement. You may want to take it as a beginning to our relationship. Then it will have its repercussive effect in your working, in your whole vision. Now, what we are trying to do as an NGO, we are a non-profit NGO. We don't work for money. We work for social cause. We want this social cause to reach out to every man through this cinema. Cinema is the most influential part of a man's life. Today, many people lead their lives because this happens in cinema and that happens in cinema. Today, we want them to be transformed through this subject of Sahaj Yoga, which has been brought through these films. And it is now ready for release. The date is 27th October, which we have fixed. We have approximately 2.5 months to crack into the audience, which is not practicing Sahaj Yoga. People who are practicing Sahaj Yoga do not need this film. Who needs this film are the general public at large whom we have not been able to tap. This is the purpose of the cinema. And the purpose of engaging you coming from a very professional house with a very professional approach is that though we have all the material with us over this past few months that we have collected, recorded, and assimilated through various social media platforms with Aparna taking the lead and Shubham also helping, we find we are
Hello?
not... Hello, can you hear me?
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Sanjay ji, I'm losing you in between.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Aparna, can you hear me?
Yes.
Shubham, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear
I
you.
can hear you
Shubham.
as well.
Okay. So now I don't want to make it a big long speech. What I wanted to say is, Apalika, if you're able to catch the crux of it, whatever you have said and done is limited to internet and limited to speaking tree. We have to go on a larger scale to reach out to the people so that maximum people go to cinema halls and watch the movie. The first week of release must translate through what we do now into houseful houses for the first 7 days, which is only one show a day, which is 7 shows of the first week in near about 50 to 60 cinemas where we propose to release the movie. So we have to start, we have 2 months to propel this to that level where we are confident that people will go and watch this movie. Now, are we able to manage this through your help or your little platform, or do you wish to take us to other platforms and then we can do a consolidated work together? That is my point. We are not looking at
Sanjay ji.
cost right now. We are not looking at cost. It could be anything because money can be raised.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
Sanjay ji, I lost you in between a couple of times. If I can just request you to please repeat the last 1 minute again.
So what I'm saying is that we are targeting an audience outside Sahaj
Right.
Yoga, so
That's
that
right.
for 7 days of release on 27th October, we are able to fill the halls for 7 shows, 1 day per show. 1 day, 1 show per day. Which means 27th October ka jo pehla hafta hai, our target is that arm audience goes and watches this movie. How are we going to motivate them through our articles, our videos, our presentations, whether it is social media, whether it is print or any form of media? Because we have to do a boutique of all this. We cannot only limit ourselves to internet and time and speaking tree alone. There are issues with my team considering that only speaking tree is not going to solve our problem. So I will open the floor for my people to say what they have read in your presentation and how they want this to relate through you, because we don't want to lose you as a very excellent person who has taken all the pains to listen, watch, be with us connected all these days. We want you
Right.
to be a propeller. So help us do that by finding out what can we do together with all our resources that we have with us. So now over to either
Sure,
Malika
sure.
to respond or my other team members to tell her how they feel about her proposal.
So let
Please.
Malika just give us a brief on what after having listened to you and she has been interacting with you. So Malika, you basically know what it's all about. It's basically spirituality, where the
Right.
target audience is meager, is equal to no, because although India claims to be very highly God-fearing, God-loving, but it's just religion, and we are talking about spirituality, which our ancient saints and seers and everyone who are really something who have given us any inputs on spirituality, we discuss them. Okay, so now you tell us how you can help us reach the non-Sahajis. Sahajis already reached there. हमको चाहिए कि और आम जनता को पता चले कि what are we talking about, what are we doing that way.
Right. So I think in the plan, if you've gone through that, if you look at the entire structure of the plans, one is, of course, there are 3 approaches to it in terms of whether you want to go only articles, whether you want to go only video or a mix of it. Now, that is one call that we prefer the client to take, because as an audience, as a subject, you will be the best person also to help us and, to kind of finalize the approach from a reason. The reason being that you know what the kind of audience that you may expect to come to your floor would be convinced at, whether they'd be more convinced at an article or a video or both. So that's one thing, definitely an input that I would need, which is why I had shared all the 3 proposals with you. Secondly, I hear you when you're saying that, you want people to know about Sahaj Yoga and then convert to, practitioners or be coming for the movie, which is why if you look at the content approach, that is totally a content-based approach. What is it that you are taking to the audience? What kind of communication you're taking to the audience? Which is why from the first day onwards that I watched the movie, the first discussion I had with Sanjay ji was also that we need to talk about Sahaj Yoga as a practice first. Unless people know what the practice is about, they won't come to watch the movie as well. So the first approach has to be what is Sahaj Yoga. It needs to be how the experiences of people have been. And then we talk about the movie in that phased manner. So that is the approach that I had discussed with Sanjay ji and I think even Shubham earlier as well. And I feel that has to be the approach going further as well. Having said that, being a media house, I think my job here is going to be to creatively put together the communication, what you want to finally, communicate to the audiences ahead. and bring to you the best possible platforms. Of course, why I was keen on Speaking Tree was that Speaking Tree is an audience. As an audience, it's not that even within the Speaking Tree circle everybody would be practicing Sahaj Yoga. There will still be an untapped market over there. But the thing is that Speaking Tree being the audience in the spiritual phase, that is the audience that is a more convincing set of audience for you. But if, of course, from your point of view, if you feel that you want to kind of explore other brands as well, that's totally an option. Why I did not suggest it at an earlier phase was that because of the budgetary constraints. So that if that is a free hand over there, I can definitely come up with solutions, and the plan will be the same. The distribution can happen across different platforms. So that being said, my job here, like I was saying, will be to creatively put together the kind of communication you want to put further, and in the best possible manner and the best possible way out to different phases. And of course, then I will from my end try to amplify it as much as possible. At the end, the result is going to be something which is I don't think which is something that anybody here can guarantee, either you or me. But of course, from our viewpoint, to put together the creativity and to put together the best possible communication and distribute it efficiently is going to be, is going to be something that we're going to be putting our best foot forward in.
So you all have a team who make these clips, film clips and reels.
Yes, we do. We have an entire set of video team for Navbharat Times and even in Speaking Tree as well.
So what is
we have a set of anchors, we have a set of video editors, script writers and everything. Scripting we do internally.
Okay, that we can give you a script idea and you will develop on that. That you can do.
Okay, sure.
And we will give you some images, some animations that we use, because we have got some color codes and all which doesn't match with the outside.
Sure. Any kind of brand guidelines you mean?
Yeah. That we will.
Yeah. That's fine. That's fine.
And of course, they will show us, and then we will, when we say yes, when we approve, only then it will be released.
Of course. That's a loop that we always follow. So how it always works is that we get a brief. Once we get once there's an alignment with the client on, what is it that they finally want to do, the deals are signed, the ROs are signed. And based on that, then we work on the scripting side of things. If it's a video or if it's an advertorial, then the first cut of the draft of it, that goes to the client first. Only once the client approves the draft, it goes into production if it's a video. And of course, if it's an advertorial, then once the client approves, then it is released. So, and even the video production starts after the client approval.
Yeah, if it's a 4 or 5 minutes short as a clip, so how much does it cost?
Even if
can you tell like
it totally depends. It totally depends what kind of a clip is it. What is the input coming in? Do we have to develop something? Do we have to shoot something? Where is it that the shoot is happening? Who is doing the shoot? What platform is the shoot on? So there are multiple factors to it. So I won't be able to put up a cost to it right away, but yeah, I would need a brief of it, that what is it that you're looking at? What is it that you want to develop in that 4 to 5 minutes? Accordingly, I can share the cost with you. And of course, the cost will differ from a Speaking Tree versus an NBT.
Yeah, carry on. Aparna, please clear your mind. Say what you have to say. Be very specific, clear about it. Let her know what are her limitations.
So we have got our own social media handles. Okay, we are on Insta, we are on Facebook, of course, LinkedIn. So do you also promote there, or you just give us the thing and we do the promotion?
No, so any plan, even if you look at the plans that I have shared, I'm going to talk about the plans that I have shared. So if I'm talking about a video or an interview that we are going to be doing, we will be the ones who will shoot the video. We'll be producing the entire video. Putting together the footages and everything together to kind of come up with the final product. And that will be uploaded on our platforms. Obviously we'll tag you all. It'll be a collab sort of a video that will go out, like a handshake or a paid partnership sort of a video if you want. But then it will go out primarily from our handles, from Speaking Tree's handle in this case, as per the plan that I had initially shared on our website, on our Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
Okay, on yours.
Yes, absolutely.
Obviously, because
Because
otherwise, why we want people outside of Sahaj Yoga. Yeah.
exactly. Your audience, you've already sort of have reached via your handles. On our handles, you'll have a varied set of audience.
मैम
Is
मेरा एक
there?
क्वेश्चन है यहाँ
Yeah.
पे
बोलिए बोलिए.
कि जैसे हम स्पीकिंग ट्री पर जो वीडियोस डालेंगे, अब जैसे संजय जी और विकास जैन जी का जो वीडियो शूट हुआ था उसके
हम्म
अभी तक आई थिंक मुझे याद है इट वाज अराउंड 10th जून के आसपास वो रिलीज हुआ था,
हम्म
और 10th या 11th जून को, और अभी अप्रोक्सीमेटली 2 महीने होने वाले हैं और
हम्म
उसके 1 के ही व्यूज हैं खाली, 1.5 के मतलब 1500 लोगों ने देखा है सिर्फ। सो
ओके
मेरा जो कंसर्न है वो यही है कि, और इस इन 1500 में से ऐसा नहीं है कि सारे के सारे लोग वही होंगे जो पहले से स्पीकिंग ट्री के थे, क्योंकि मैंने खुद क्या बोलते हैं अपने 800 कॉन्टैक्ट्स को पर्सनली उसको डाला। आई एम नॉट श्योर कि कितनों ने देखा होगा, 800 में से मैं कहता हूँ 10% भी लोगों ने देखा होगा, तो 80-100 लोगों ने तो मेरे कॉन्टैक्ट्स ने देखा होगा जिनको मैंने फॉरवर्ड किया है। संजय तलवार जी खुद कम से कम 100 ग्रुप्स में हैं जहां वो फॉरवर्ड करते हैं, जितने भी प्लेटफॉर्म्स पे वो जाते हैं, तो उन्होंने
हम्म
भी फॉरवर्ड किया। मेरा जो कंसर्न है ये है कि आप बनाओगे अच्छा कंटेंट, उस पर मुझे कोई डाउट नहीं है आपके स्किल सेट्स पर और आपकी कैपेबिलिटी। मेरा क्वेश्चन यही आकर अटक रहा है कि हम मासेस तक कैसे रीच करेंगे, मेरा क्वेश्चन है, क्योंकि इसमें से अगर 1.5 के अगर अभी तक हुए हैं तो आई थिंक इनिशियली काफी सारे हो गए थे जो ऑलरेडी कुछ हमारी ऑडियंस थी, कुछ आपकी ऑडियंस थी। तो
ओके
अगर
आई थिंक आपने
हम
अभी जो देखा भी होगा दैट मस्ट बी जस्ट वन प्लेटफॉर्म बिकॉज आवर वीडियोस गोज ऑन मल्टीपल प्लेटफॉर्म्स a lot of the viewership also comes via the website that we have. Okay, so that's one thing. I'll have to really deep dive into the numbers of each and every video in this case. That is one thing that, of course, when we talk about viewership, we don't only count one platform, we count multiple platforms. That's one. Number two is that for anything of this sort, our preference is, of course, to give a paid push. So we
Okay.
do kind of put monies on this kind of a thing so that it reaches a wider audience. And that is something that we can clearly do over here also right now, because like I mentioned, because of the constraints that we had initially discussed in terms of the budgets, I had not accounted for that one. But that's something that I can definitely, kind of explore.
Paid push
Okay.
we have been doing now, Aparna.
Paid
Paid push.
पे
पेड
you
पुश
pay
basically
मैंने
on
वो
to get more
इंस्टाग्राम में
views.
एक बार इंस्टाग्राम में किया था, वो 460 दिया था तो बंदे ने ओवरनाइट 4000 लोग जोड़ दिए थे। अब ये तो ब्लैक हैट
अभी
ट्रिक्स बोलते हैं इसको।
नहीं,
तो
इसमें दो चीजें हैं। एक तो
It's
ये
about the
तो
targeting also that you are kind of putting for every push that is there. जब भी हमारे को views commitment देनी होती है, it's not that we just put it as it is. There is a certain set of targeting that we have to kind of ensure that is being done. So uske according the team will get it. And like I said, that in any of this, the platform जो platform का core है, which is why Speaking Tree for me it was a better fit. But since the team wants to explore other options, I will definitely explore other options. But yeah, uh, from a fitment viewpoint, which is why I had kind of explored Speaking Tree as the first option.
Yeah, we will have to keep it as one of the options. I have a feeling we will have to explore other options because this subject is
Sure.
so much negated normally in life that if you think that just the efforts of Speaking Tree will get you what you want, then whatever Shubham noticed.
No problem. I'll add Navbharat to the plan. We can do with Navbharat as well alongside.
Yeah, you recommend, where all we can go so that we can have a boutique before us. Okay, यहाँ भी थोड़ा करके, and we have a maximum reach as much as we
See,
can.
from my side, like I mentioned, Sanjay ji, I have languages and Navbharat and Speaking Tree in my kitty that I can offer to you. Print is not something that I look into, so that is somewhere I won't be able to help you out with. With an English-speaking audience, I'm not very sure with this kind of a subject how much you want to invest in an English-speaking audience like of that of TOI. But if you want, I can introduce you to somewhere in the TOI team as well.
Yeah,
So I
we
can
would be
introduce you there.
Yeah, because we have an English dubbed version of the movie, uh, which we are also wanting to show. So if we can do one single push of marketing, then it should go both ways. We may
Like
not
if
have.
if an advertorial is needed, you can do an advertorial on Times of India then.
That's right. That is what
But
I
that's
am.
all. That'll again be on the digital medium, not on the print medium.
Okay. For print, you will put us on to somebody whom we can talk to. You will have a team who will, through you, we will be able to talk to for print.
I will have to check who is the correct POC because I don't deal with that team. I've never, worked with that team. So I can
Okay.
check and give you the contact if possible, who takes
Yes,
care of print.
definitely. Because see, Shubham is the man who is doing our fundraising most of the time. He is making very large efforts to do it. So if we have a broader platform to reach out more people, I've asked him that you should see if we can, but only thing is now justifying the means to the ends. Ki are we really justifying this expense in vis-a-vis getting our results? Our result is what I said. Audience has to go and watch the movie when it's released. That is the end result.
Right, Sanjay, like I mentioned that as a media coverage house, I can give you the maximum possible coverage on media, but those results as to, how many people are watching the movie is something I can't guarantee from my end.
Nobody can guarantee. We can only make our best foot forward.
Exactly.
But you
Exactly. That
can
you rest be assured, I will put my best foot forward to give the maximum possible and best possible coverage in the means that I have.
but we can get some tentative ideas from you about how much reach is possible. I won't say
So when you say tentative ideas, like I mentioned, you'll have to really tell me very specifically what is it that you're looking at. Are you looking at a number of commitments of how many people will view your article? Are you looking at
yes,
a commitment on number of
number of people.
clicks that will come?
Number of people who are giving a thumbs up, view, clicks. We need to know कितने लोगों ने actually देखा है और फिर भी आए कि नहीं आए. वो तो conversion की बात हो गई ना. Whether they get converted or not.
Exactly. Conversion is something that is not really trackable from a digital to a to an offline medium.
Okay. Okay, I understand if there are constraints to track it, then one can't say anything. But wherever there are possibilities of tracking, we must try to factor that in. Point one. Point two, my team, they probably feel shy to tell you. They feel that Speaking Tree is a platform where people are already into some sort of spiritual uh, work through some guru or the other. And they are more into religion. They're religion based. Speaking Tree is religion. More people are religious. We are not religious here. We are religious minded, but we are not into religion. We are into pure human spirituality. So, Speaking Tree people may have, I would say, may not want to shift. They will hear, see everything, but they may not want to shift. So, therefore, we are dealing with an audience in Speaking Tree where the conversion factor may not be high. But when we reach out to the mass public outside Speaking Tree, then we are talking of benefits of Sahaj Yoga vis-a-vis a life they are living right now. So you're right. I'll answer your question. Yes, we will have to talk about Sahaj Yoga as a subject, but we have to be very brief. We don't have to dwell too much into it. We just talk about what it is and what are its benefits and how people have benefited. Only these 3 points. After that, we talk about the movie, how the movie will lead you on to know about Sahaj Yoga. So then people are wanting to see the movie. So therefore, हम उनको मजबूर करना चाहते हैं कि आप फिल्म देखोगे तो ही आप सहज योगा के आगे बढ़ सकते हो. ये एक ऐसा प्लेटफॉर्म है जो आपको थ्रू अ स्टोरी टेलिंग, थ्रू एंटरटेनमेंट आपको वहां तक लेके जा रहा है. Which is what the censor board told us. The censor board people are very sensible. They are not from our Sahaj Yoga. So what they said is, if you take it to the masses, you will be able to transform a lot of people to better life. And I think that is the greatest social cause you will be able to do. This is from the censor board chief. So considering a man of that stature giving me that advice, I really feel we should honor the fact that we have to touch the life of a common man, not a man who's already into spiritual practice, but a man who probably has never done any spiritual practice, but a man who's suffering from so much misery and is looking for solution, and he finds it here, not through religion, but through spirituality, inner spirituality, awakening, and how you can gain it through meditation, how you can give it to the others. And this is what the whole movie is about. We are not talking, we are saying सारे religion एक हैं. हमने कहा है कि सारे religion एक हैं, सारे देवी देवता हमारे अंदर हैं. बुद्धिज्म भी हम है, सिखिज्म भी हम है, हिंदुइज्म भी हम है, क्रिश्चियनिटी भी हम है, महावीर भी हम है. हम सब कुछ हैं. हमारे अंदर वो सबके चिन्ह है, बिकॉज हम इंसान हैं, और इंसान के स्वरूप में भगवान आए हैं हमको बताने की ऊपर उठो, अपने आप को जगाओ और लोगों को जगाओ. तो ये दिस इज द टाइम ऑफ द गोल्डन एज वी आर स्टेपिंग इनटू, फ्रॉम कृतयुग, कलयुग टू कृतयुग टू सतयुग. So you have to talk about like this in your videos, in your presentations, in your writings, so that you are taking the masses on a very massive, large scale to understand what are they getting into. And then that will be convincing to a common man. फिर तो हो सकता है speaking tree में भी people will get interested. What I'm saying is the conversion factor of speaking tree to us looks to be minimal, but outside speaking tree maximum. But I'm not undermining speaking tree. I'm saying rakh lete hain because you are part of it. But that is only one little portion of what we are looking at. We're looking at a much vaster. So you have to go into other platforms. जो आप जिनके बारे में बात करें, yes. And जो आप कह रहे हैं video and articles, yes. कोई भी isolated नहीं होगा. So we are looking at that larger budget, no doubt about it. And now how this budget we will meet, that Shubham has to decide. Aparna has to say, yes, I have so much material, I will share it with Malika and her team, and we will propel what we have through you. क्योंकि हमारे पास बहुत मटेरियल है, बहुत ज्यादा मटेरियल है. I would like Aparna to share that material with you, so you have a look what we have, and then we work out a plan. In the meantime, you rework out some budget which Shubham can try and see if we can do a fundraising. Now, I have done my point. Now, I'll leave it to these people because I can't take independent decisions. This is how I feel, and I put it to you. So, over to Shubham or Malika or to Aparna to give a feedback, and otherwise back to you, Malik.
See, as far as content is concerned, IIHF.in, have you ever been to that website, Malika?
Yes, I have. I have
Yeah.
gone through it very briefly.
Yeah, so we have got some short stories also, and we have Insta and all. So as Sanjay ji has said, it's huge, it's humongous. You must be aware that it is about the spirit, right? So now, but Sanjay ji, if she lets her team invest time to read, understand, think about it, that would not be quite right. Malika, what do you have to say? Would you like to go through some of our stories and some of our creatives and let us know what
I have actually seen a couple of your creators. I've seen the social media handles, and I have seen a couple of your Instagram posts.
Okay.
So I have a fair idea as to, what kind of communication has been going out on the platform.
And then what do you have to say about it? Is it effective, or you can do a better, of course, like SEO wise and all that, people who are experienced in reaching out to the masses will have a better ways of presenting. So after seeing our Instagram and all, or maybe you see it once more, or show it to your people. So do they think that they can come out with better ideas, and somewhere we are lacking what we are lacking at?
There's a lot more definitely that can be done. All I saw on Instagram was mere posts that were there, and they were very text heavy posts. Obviously, when on a platform like that, a video content would work better. So if something from a video perspective is coming out, that will probably work better when people have to kind of listen and not read, because something which has an audio visual thing has a better reach and a better attention span of any individual. So that's definitely one thing. And of course, there is a different way of presenting that obviously we can bring on board when it comes to the content side of things. And the presentation and the different ideas that we come up with can all be very different. Like in one of the ideas that I had shared a movie synopsis video. I think Sanjay ji and Aradhana ji have been sharing movie synopsis over a WhatsApp in a written format. But when it comes to a video, when somebody puts it together in an audio-visual format, it has a different kind of, eyeballs getting attracted towards it. So that,
Yeah.
and that was not, and the way you would do it versus a way an anchor would do it will be very different.
So I think
Definitely.
you give us something like this, the proposal. Let us, Sanjay ji, let her make, let's say, 4 or 5 short reels. We will just give inputs. She will make the storyboard. Of course, we will go through it and approve. And then let's say 6 reels, where whatever she wants to spread, let her give us what is the kind of budget she's looking in. If it's
No,
Look,
so
okay with,
Aparna ji, I would want to kind of differ here a little bit. I can start working on the entire scripting, storyboarding, and I can only start putting my resources to it once we have a confirmation on the proposal.
correct. So
It
the
will be a
proposal
little,
is what I want from you. 6 reels
the
from your
proposal I've
side.
already shared. I have kind of already,
Okay.
mentioned it out, kind of even explained it out, what will be the kind of videos that will be there. Which is why I'm saying that if you've seen the proposal, please give me feedback according to the proposal, or if you want something else,
Changed.
let me know what is it that you exactly want, because I can come up with 100 ideas, but we'll keep losing time that way.
Okay.
I think we should,
तो मल्लिका जी
we have
इसमें
1 minute. 1 minute left. Just remember, if you will come back again on this platform to discuss if there's anything left, because 1 minute के बाद ये बंद हो जाएगा. Zoom.
Shubham, तुम बोल
Okay?
लो. We more or less have
Yeah,
heard
go
the
ahead.
inputs. Yeah.
And please come
so
back on this platform. Click again and come back.
या
Yeah.
सो मल्लिका जी मैं बस ये कह रहा था कि प्रपोजल तो संजय जी ने देखा है, मैंने भी देखा है आपका. इसमें एक चीज ये कि आपके कोई जो आपने ऑलरेडी पास्ट में कोई काम किया है जिन मूवीज के लिए, उसके
we
कुछ
have not really
सैंपल्स.
worked on movies. I'm sorry, as I don't think I have anything to work on the movies. I can definitely share a lot of different videos that we would have done on similar notes.
हाँ, कुछ भी जो भी आपने सिमिलर नोट्स पे किया है, कुछ ऐसे वीडियोस, और वो आप हमसे शेयर करें. बिकॉज क्या है कि जो बात आपने बोली मैं उसको अग्री करता हूँ कि हमने काफी चीजें हाई टेक्सटेड दी है. जैसे इंस्टा पे आई एग्री दैट पीपल इट्स मोर फॉर ऑडियो एंड विजुअल rather than text work. So that I agree. So हम आपके पास इसीलिए ही आ रहे हैं क्योंकि आप जहां हम लूज कर रहे हैं वहां आप हमें हेल्प करेंगे और हम सब मिल के एक बेटर रिजल्ट्स को अचीव कर पाएंगे. ठीक है ना. तो अगर कुछ उसके आपके पास कुछ ऐसे सिमिलर वीडियोस हैं जो आप हमें दिखा